Yeah.
And what's your name?
Jerry.
Okay, nice to meet you, Jerry.
Yeah, you too.
Have a good weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
So here we are, guys, in Kendall, Washington, and we're just gonna get a quick tour of the fire station, which is probably on a lot of people's minds because of the smoke in the air and different things going on with that. Hi, how are you? Hi. So, so you got these. Just go ahead and let's just go ahead and do it. Explain what you guys do here and.
Yeah, so we're a volunteer for the fire department, so we all volunteer our time to take calls 24 hours.
Okay.
These are our ambulances. This is our main one, 89202.
Okay.
We commonly will take both to a call, just depending on the severity of the call.
Okay.
If you want to come through, we can actually show you the back. We have it opened up right now.
So is there a certain area that you guys work or
So
specifically?
we cover Sumas, Kendall, and Welcome, which is a portion of Deming, Washington.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends on where the call comes out of as to whether or not we respond, but typically we respond to any call. So.
Okay. So it's always obviously ready to go.
We always have it ready with fresh pillows, all clean linens, and everything we could possibly need to restock, as well as our emergency kits that we pull out for every single call.
So are you a paramedic too, or?
No, so we're EMTs.
EMTs, okay.
So paramedics have their own rigs, and if we need a medic for anything, we call them and they rendezvous with us. So we meet up somewhere and they'll take over patient care, and usually we'll assist them as well.
And do you guys have the option to do airlift too?
We do, yeah. Yep, and that's actually semi-common. We also cover a lot of the ski area, Mount Baker.
Okay.
There is a fire department closer to there, but we have a lot more resources, so we tend to help out there. And
so where does the helicopter come from?
so Airlift Northwest is usually what we use.
Okay.
And the actual pickup location just depends on where a viable area is and where, like, in location to the emergency.
Do you ever go in the helicopters yourself?
No.
No, it'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Unfortunately, they're really, really small inside. Yeah. There's only enough room for the gurney, which actually just slides in, and the patient could maybe sit up, but there's not really much more room than that and the medic that's on the flight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So getting back to the ambulance here, are you the driver then, or what's your?
It depends. She's an EMT, and I'm still only a volunteer. I'm in EMT class, so I can't be in the back with the patient. So normally, if we went on a call, she would be in the back, and I would drive.
Okay. Can you throw on the lights?
Absolutely, yeah. You want to do a pitch? Yeah.
So
it's just we keep them charging to keep our batteries fresh. So if we want to call, we pull that out.
It's a diesel, right? Do you guys think you'll ever go like battery powered?
That would be really cool, right?
Yeah.
As of right now, there's no plans to.
Yeah.
Just because of the reliability and the power of the diesel, but hopefully one day it'd be electric, right?
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be.
All right, you want to go ahead and do sirens or lights? You want sirens as well?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, give my audience the whole shebang. Probably gonna be pretty loud.
Go ahead, Paige. So yeah, it's pretty loud, especially with the echo. But
Well, it has to be.
gets the job done, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
So, what's the crew in here? How many?
It just depends on who's on shift. We usually try to have at least 2 people here at all times. But like today we had like 6 people, and which was good. We had a lot of calls, so.
You got no pole to slide down? That'd be cool.
Yeah,
like the good old days.
Yeah, no pole. We have like a tiny upstairs area, and it's just used for storage. So.
Where's the Dobermans? Are they not the Dalmatians?
The Dalmatians. Yeah, my dog kind of looks like one, but he's a little too silly to come in here.
Well, thank you for that. What is this machine for?
Yeah, so this is actually where we fill our air. So we have something called SCBA, and they're air bottles that we wear if we go to a fire call.
Okay.
So this is actually the machine that we use to fill our own bottles.
Okay.
And those go on our rigs, which we can actually show you if you'd like to see.
Sure. It's extremely important, obviously, because.
Keep extra ones in here.
Okay.
These are the extra bottles, and they show them an actual SCBA. Yeah.
So would it be similar to like a scuba diver? Straight air like that, or?
In a way, yeah. It's a little different to it, but they can actually show you.
These are our packs.
So these are the packs we carry. They weigh about 80 pounds, probably full.
So they're all ready to go. Obviously, just goes right on somebody's back and.
Yep, they just go right on. If you want to put it on, there you go.
Yeah. 80 pounds.
And then we have a mask that we get fitted custom to our faces, so that way we can make sure there's no air leak. And
Do you guys have buddy checks before you go in?
we do, yeah.
You do?
Yep. we do.
Similar to the diving.
Yep, exactly, yeah. So we always make sure, and we constantly are, we call it throwing gear, so we're
Yeah.
constantly practicing and making sure that we stay up to date and fresh on all of our skills.
So the fact that you have air, but do you still have to go lower down when you enter into a
Yeah,
building?
you want to because of heat, smoke and heat. Heat's a big one. Heat, it's way hotter higher up, so as low as you can get.
Yeah.
Typically, if we're entering a building and there is the risk of fire or smoke, if we're searching for a person, then we'll be flat on the ground.
Flat
so
on
we
the
have
ground.
tactics to actually search and sweep.
Can you actually see down there? Have you been in a house or?
So it depends. Visibility entirely depends on smoke quantity.
Yeah.
But we rely heavily, since typically it's dark, we rely heavily on the buddy system. We
Yeah.
always have one person in contact with the wall, and we have one person touching that person at all times who sweeps out to make sure that we cover the entire floor space.
Okay. Has there been ever suggestions of like GoPros or somebody a command center
you could,
outside?
but it really wouldn't help visibility that much for what we're doing. And with our masks, we don't have the capacity or space to have like a screen, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. So I'm sure there's probably departments that utilize GoPros for like training purposes, but
Well, the thing I was thinking, if you're in a house where the visibility is really reduced, I mean, you could have a problem and actually get lost in the house. Where if you had a second party, well, they're going to see the same, right? So
yeah, so we
That's
do
the-
have security measures with our packs. We have an emergency button that will alert if we are in a dangerous situation.
Okay.
We also, if we don't move, the pack will automatically set off a very loud alarm. So
Okay.
that will let us know if like a fireman is down or if something's not going right.
is it like a GPS? You can find you in the house.
No, it's incredibly loud though. I mean,
Okay.
incredibly loud. So
Yeah.
it's very easy to locate.
Okay.
And we have special packs for rescuing firefighters specifically
Yeah.
with additional air, additional masks, and things like that, so we can get them out quickly. And we practice that pretty often as well.
It's the poisonous gas is what can get you.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. That's why our masks fitting correctly and staying up to date on our skills is so crucial to being safe and making sure we don't become victims ourselves.
I wreck dive, and when we go into a wreck, if there's air pockets, we're not supposed to breathe it because we don't know what it is.
That's smart. That makes
It
sense.
just could be anything, right? So you
Yeah.
just don't know. If you're in a house, you don't know what's good, what's not.
Yeah, and you don't know what caused the fire,
Yeah.
anything. There's toxic fumes from different substances burning, so
Yeah.
we just make sure we keep our masks on and we don't take them off until we're very, very in the clear.
I noticed when I go into like Home Depot, they have the spray paint cans.
Mm-hmm.
They're in cages. Is that because if there's a fire, they can be projectiles?
A lot of the time, it's just because of theft.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if they have.
I
any
thought they
fire
were because of
I don't know if they have
fire
fire protocols in place for that.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that, but I mean, it could be. It just depends.
Because
But
they
a lot
would
of the time, they're
explode.
just casing things like that because the theft has gone up, so they're just
Theft
trying to
is
be
high.
proactive. Yeah.
Okay. So, do they going back to the truck here that you're showing me? Does the truck hold quite a bit of water, or?
Yeah, so this is our tender.
Okay.
This holds the most water in our fleet. There's like a brush truck that holds water.
Okay.
And then our engine, which is behind you, also holds water.
Okay.
This is actually our other station's engine. Ours is getting repaired right now.
Okay.
So,
So it's kind of on a loan right now.
yeah, so this is from one of our,
Okay.
still one of our stations, but yeah, we're just using one of their spare engines.
So do you ever ride on the back? I guess you can't anymore, right? Do you have to have
no,
worse?
we don't.
Yeah.
No, we don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
Do you ever? I mean, I guess it's just a matter of getting there ASAP. You still have to kind of do it safely.
Yep. Yeah. So that's actually a really big part, especially with these huge, heavy machinery full of water.
Yeah.
You can feel it slosh when you turn, so you need to turn very carefully.
Yeah.
There's a lot of instances of places across the states where like they have an engine rollover because somebody wasn't going slow enough around the corner, and
Yeah.
it's a big risk, and it's driving slowly and getting there is more important than trying to speed as fast as you can and not getting there.
Yeah, I've seen ambulances where they've
Yeah.
been in like wrecks at junkyards and stuff like
Yeah,
that. so-
absolutely. Yep, it can happen. So yeah, we're all very careful, and we have amazing trainers for driving and teaching us. And
Would you say fires most of your calls, or would it be just car accidents?
EMS is most of our calls, so probably about 80%, maybe just over 80% of our calls are medical emergencies.
Okay.
And then the other 20-ish are fire emergencies.
Yeah.
Also, like even just like smoke alarms going off and they don't know why, things like that. So any fire emergencies, yeah, usually around 20.
Some small stuff usually, but
Yeah,
could
lots
be
of like
bigger.
small fires,
Yeah.
and especially with like the level 1 burn ban we're under.
Yeah.
Just kind of making sure people are following the regulations and guidelines, and
I might imagine it's really difficult sometimes when you come across a car accident where it's pretty dramatic.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of, we just want to do our best for our patients, and so we rely on our training heavily in that time.
Yeah.
Right? And also relying on each other afterward, right? Talking
Yeah.
about it, working through it. We have an amazing team here. We have a lot of resources to help us cope and deal with like difficult calls. So
Okay.
yeah, it's really great.
Good. I really appreciate you guys' time. This was great.
Of course.
This
Yeah,
was,
thanks for stopping in.
yeah, it was a great little tour. You weren't expecting me, but you went the extra mile anyhow.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I know. We love having people come in. So
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.